The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived. Robert Jordan. Resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than the one you had before. Elizabeth Edwards. The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you'd ever believe at first glance. Jodi Picoult. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Japanese proverb. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Henry Ford. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Rocky Balboa. A setback is a setup for a comeback. Willie Jolly. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. Maya Angelou. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Bob Marley. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you thought you couldn't. Ricky Rogers. Resilience is not what happens to you. It's how you react to, respond to, and recover from what happens to you. Jeffrey Gitomer. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." Mary Ann Radmacher. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise. Victor Hugo. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Robert H. Schuller. Resilience is knowing that you are the only one that has the power and the responsibility to pick yourself up. Mary Holloway. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. Brian Tracy. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Sam Levinson. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Napoleon Hill. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Vince Lombardi. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient. Steve Maraboli. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. The human spirit is stronger than anything that can happen to it. C.C. Scott. Resilience is accepting what you can't change and focusing on what you can. Unknown. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Joseph P. Kennedy. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Desmond Tutu. The difference between a stumbling block and a stepping stone is how high you raise your foot. Benny Lewis. Life doesn't always get better, but you do. You get stronger, you learn resilience, and you learn to keep going. Unknown. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. Lou Holtz. Sometimes you don't realize your own strength until you come face to face with your greatest weakness. Susan Gale. Resilience is accepting the harsh realities of life while still believing that a better future awaits. Unknown. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. J.K. Rowling. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Maya Angelou. Resilience is the ability to find the inner strength to continue when everything seems hopeless. Unknown. Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put that passing time to the best possible use. Earl Nightingale. You may feel like a small fish in a big pond, but remember, even a small fish can make big waves. Unknown. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. William James. Resilience is accepting that life is a journey with ups and downs, and it's how we respond to the challenges that truly define us. Unknown. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. Life is 0% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. Resilience is the antidote to adversity. Unknown. The only way that we can live is if we grow. The only way that we can grow is if we change. The only way that we can change is if we learn. The only way that we can learn is if we are exposed. And the only way that we can become exposed is if we throw ourselves out into the open. C. Joy Bell C. There is no education like adversity. Benjamin Disraeli. When you come to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Franklin D. Roosevelt.